Good morning, everybody. A few of you have asked for a sculpt and tone workout, something you can do, especially if you live in an apartment and you can't really jump around a lot. So here goes. I'm gonna start with abs. You can be a little warmed up if you want to here, but I like to warm up with abs as well, especially when I'm doing this type of workout. So you just need a mat, your water, and if you have a fitness loop, you can use it. If you don't have one, don't worry about it. And we're gonna get started right away. So scoot on over to your mat. We're gonna just start with some basic crunches. So your feet are down, your head, neck, and shoulders are up, and we're just gonna lift and lower. Just pressing that navel gently into your spine. Your heels are down. Make sure you're breathing. Take your eyes neutral to your knees. And now we're just gonna hold it up. Hold it up. Little pulses up. Now, if you want to here, you can reach for your heels. And you can reach between your knees here too. Just keep that chin tucked a little bit. Again, press it out. Hold it up and take those hands back behind your head and twist. If this is too fast, you can slow it down. We're leading with the shoulder here, not the elbow. And then just take those legs up to tabletop to make it a little bit harder. Shoulder to knee. And we're gonna add a bicycle. So you're gonna extend that opposite leg. If you don't wanna do this version, you can just stay with that tabletop. And you're gonna really reach that shoulder to your opposite knee. If your elbow touches, awesome. If you want to make it easier, take the legs up. To make it a little harder, you're going to bring the legs down, but make sure that back stays flat. You should be getting nice and warm now. This is going to be a whole body workout. You can combine this with a day you do your cardio, but your heart rate will be up here too. And now take both legs straight up and lift and lower. Slow it down. Notice my head, neck, and shoulders do not drop all the way down to the floor. I'm staying on the tips of my shoulder blades. And really have some energy in those legs. Either point or flex the feet. You can look up at those feet or to your knees. You just don't want to have any tension in the head or neck. Breathing, take it up and halfway down, up and halfway down, up and halfway down, up and halfway down, up, up, up. Hold this next one up there. Bend one knee. And we're gonna lift and lower the hips and alternate. This kind of is a beginner way to get those hips up because you get a little momentum from the legs, a little bit. But you don't want to kick with force. You really want to drive it from the lower abdominals. Now, if you wanted to here, you can add a little lift with the uppers or a twist. So feel free to add those in. You want to lift those hips using your lower abdominals to lift. Make sure you're breathing here. Anytime you need a break, just hug your knees into your chest and rest your head down. So you can mix it up here. Focusing on those lower abdominals as well as the uppers. Breathing. Now we're going to do the same thing with both legs staying up. So notice you took the little bit of that momentum out. So if it's too much for this way and you can't get those hips up, go to that alternating. So this is very controlled. I'm really isolating here, using my abdominals to lift my hips. I like to add a crunch here. Breathe. Let's do 8 more. 8, 7, put energy into those legs. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees in, rest your head down, good job. Take a few big breaths here. All right, we're gonna come up into a plank. So you're gonna come into an elbow plank here. If this is too much on your toes, bring it to your knees, keep your hips down. Abs are in nice and tight. Your eyes are right over those hands. Keep reaching out the crown of the head, hold. I like to work the abs from different ways. So you're gonna really pull those abs in. So this is another great way to work the abs. We do a lot of planks in cardio work when you're doing burpees and things like that. Hold on to it. If you need to go to your knees, go ahead. Just keep that hip tucked under. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit back into child's pose. Anytime you need a break, this is a great position to go to. Now we're going to come into a hand plank, but you can stay on those elbows if you like. And we're going to bring the knees underneath. Again, crunching that core. This is like a slow mountain climber. Make sure those hips are down. Now we're going to bring that knee across. If it's too much, just hold your plank. Really crunch, crunch. Really feel those obliques. And breathe. Bring it across. So you're doing it slow, so you're really holding it there and crunching. So it's not about momentum, it's about control. You're feeling those shoulders too. 4 more. 3 more. Head is neutral. 2 and 1. Sit back into child's pose again. Good job. Come forward and lift the heart. I love to do this one. It kind of extends the spine a little bit. Go back into child's pose. And then come forward and open the heart. Nice. Okay. Next move is going to be a Pilates move. So you're going to get into this position with your front leg bent, your back leg behind you. And in the beginning, you can have your hands here for a little support. Not a lot of weight on your hands, just to kind of hold your body upright to make it a little easier. We're going to lift this leg, keep your knee and ankle parallel, and lift and lower. Lift, lower. You're going to feel those obliques. This is more core work, but it also works the legs. So if you want to take it up a notch, bring your hands here. So if you don't like your hands here, or you feel like you're falling, take your hands here. See how I'm not pressing into my fingertips? This is a building block to get to here. And more advanced, you can even hold a weight or a ball. If you really are having difficulty with this, bring this elbow down. This is going to be more leg rather than oblique, but it's a good way to start. So kind of pick where you want to be. You want to keep that knee and ankle parallel. You're going to feel it right here. Also lower abdominals. This oblique is holding you up, but you want to kind of fight gravity and push this way. Nice strong upper body. You're also going to feel it in the glutes and the inner and outer thigh. This is kind of one that gets the heart rate up a little bit because so many muscles are working. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down with control. Bring your hands to this side and just take that gentle stretch. If you want to go down to your elbows, go to your elbows. If you want to go all the way down, go ahead. And then when you're ready, walk it up. Good job. We'll go to the other side. Now, this is one of those that the other side can be completely different. So I always have a tougher time on this side. So that is your cue to kind of just take it in steps. Take your hands here if you need to. So your left foot's in front, and then you're gonna lift this leg up. Again, you can take it here, and you're gonna go up and down, up and down. Try to keep that knee and ankle parallel. Abs are in nice and tight. This side's a little harder, I'm a little tighter on this side. You may experience that same thing. So it's important to just stretch those sides a little more, or pay attention a little bit more to those sides where you have a little bit more difficulty. So if you need it, you can go right here. Remember, just little light support here, and then if you need a little more, you're gonna come down. We're almost there. You're really feeling it right here. You're also feeling the glutes, the inner and outer thigh. 8 more. 7, 6, nice and strong. 5, 4, 3, don't rush it. 2, and 1. Bring it down with control. Take your stretch up here to the elbows or all the way down. When you're ready, take a deep breath and walk it in. Good job. All right, we're gonna go on. So we're gonna take that band. So you should be nice and warm. We got a good 10, 12 minutes of abs in. And we're gonna be continuing to work those abs. So we're gonna take this little band above your knees, and it can be any band you want. Just make sure it's not too tight, because if it's too tight and you can't move the leg, it's gonna be too restrictive. So you're gonna come down on your side, you're on your elbow, your knees are bent. To make it a little harder, scoot those legs in front. We're gonna work the outer and inner thigh. You're gonna put some energy in both legs, but this knee is gonna be even with the heel and lift in halfway down. So again, if you wanna make it a little easier, be right here. You're lifting from a lifted position. You're gonna feel those obliques too. So this is a great one. Up and halfway down. So you wanna keep that band stretched. If you're doing this without the band, that's fine, but make sure that leg's not too high. You don't really need it high. Everything parallel and in line. Make sure you're breathing. You're gonna feel that inner thigh too. Make sure that your elbow is right underneath your shoulder. You don't wanna be here, but if you need to, you can take it all the way down. This is fine. Keep that hand here for support. Now hold it up and pulse. And bring it halfway down. So it's gonna be a pulse for 3, 2, 1, halfway down, up. Again, 4 more. Not releasing all the way, those knees are apart. Again, if you wanna make it easier, go here, or take the band off. 1 more. Now just hold it up and bend and extend. You're gonna work those glutes a little more. This is one you might wanna bring it back a little bit. This one you really feel because you're pushing that band. Keep lifted on that side. Give me 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. Bring it down. Good job. Rub it out. Nice job. We're going to take that band off, and then we'll do some work for the low back. This also works the core, and then we'll work that other leg. But before we do that, let's just take a stretch. Take that leg you just worked, cross it over. You can take it a little further here with that elbow, or you can just press it in, rub it out. Take some deep breaths here, grab a drink if you need it. Come on back. We're gonna go onto our stomach here. So we're gonna extend those legs. And we're gonna have those arms and goalposts lift and lower. Reaching out the crown of the head. Now you can lower all the way down or you can lower halfway down. I'm sorry, yeah, lower all the way down or halfway down. So you can lift from a lifted position. Your arms are nice and strong. You're reaching out the crown of the head. So if you wanted to, you can go up and all the way down. All the way down. So you're lifting the legs, you're lifting the chest, so you're working this lower back, which is part of your core. Your abs are in nice and tight. We're gonna keep this going. Nice strong arms, shoulders back and down. 2 more. Hold this one up. Lace the fingertips behind you. Hold those legs up and open that chest. Hold, hold, hold. Breathe, lift that chest a little more. Lift the legs a little more. Hold. Draw your shoulders down away from your ears and release it. Good job. Sit back into child's pose. So we're going to sit back into child's pose, extending those arms and really feeling length here. Come forward and open the heart. Remember this one where we opened up the heart. Abs are engaged, shoulders down, and come on back. We're gonna work that other side. So you're gonna put that band on. That's a nice one to do in between so that you don't just go from one leg to the other. So you're gonna put that band on above the knees. And we're gonna be on our side. Make sure you're on the other side. And you're gonna, again, bring those legs forward. You can test the waters, keep it here, and then bring it in front. Lift that top leg. I'm gonna come a little forward, lift and lower. So you're keeping up on this side. Remember, if you wanna take it all the way down, go ahead, but avoid this. This kind of tightens up the neck and adds tension. We don't wanna do that. So think about the inner and outer thigh. Think about the glutes, lifting from a lifted position. You don't need a band. You can even hold a light weight here and hold it in place and then just press up and halfway down. This is a great one for not only the glutes, but the legs, the inner and outer thigh. So you're keeping that knee and ankle parallel. Your abs are in nice and tight. Hope you guys are having a great day. The sun's out today. So hopefully we're staying busy, staying connected to our loved ones. Breathe and staying healthy. So lifting from that lifted position. Remember, you can play around with it. Take it here. Just try to keep moving. If it's too much, just take the band off. Now hold the next one up and you're gonna give me 3, 2, 1, halfway down. I know it's tempting to bring it all the way down, but I don't want you to do that just yet. Really keep length here. Think about lifting up out of your side. I know it's heart rate's up a little bit here, so even though this technically isn't cardio, that heart rate's gonna be elevated. If I was to check mine now, I'm at 81, which is high for me. Usually my resting heart rate's around 55, 60. Up. One more. Hold the next one up and pulse. Little pulses here. Now hold it up, bend, extend. Almost almost forgot that one. We have 2 sets of 8s. You're really pressing through that heel. Press. Remember, if you need to, bring it here. That's fine. Just stay lifted here. 8 more. You're going to feel those glutes. Really push against that band. If you need a little bit more, lift it up a little higher. 2 more. 1, 2. Bring it in. Good job. Rub it out. Woo. Come on up. Take that band off and we'll stretch a little more. How we doing? You guys feeling it? So take that leg you just worked, cross it over. Just take your time because it's going to be tight. So we want to stretch these muscles in between to keep those muscles responding and healthy and feeling good. And you can always take that hand behind you, open the chest a little more, but you want to press and feel that stretch right here. Good job. All right, we're going to shift our focus a little bit to upper body. So we're going to do some push-ups. You knew push-ups had to be in it, right? So we're going to be starting with our knees, with a push-up on your knees. So why don't we sit back one more time here and just stretch those glutes out a little bit more. Mine are pretty tight after that set. And come on up. All right. So for this one, your hands are going to be wide. They can be wide as long as they're in line with your shoulders. So you don't want your hands out. You want them right under the shoulders or a little bit wider than your mat. Take your knees apart here because when your knees are together, there's more of a tendency to lift your hips up, and we want to keep the hips down. So I like to keep my knees about shoulder distance apart or hip distance apart. So we're going to have those hands wide. We're going to come down and up. Now notice I'm not doing this. So you're going to lead with the chest. You want to get a full range of motion. If you are having trouble, you're going to keep going with these. If you're having trouble with these, or you're just starting out, do one and then rock back. And then do another one and then rock back. It's a really nice way to get a little break when you need it. But if you can just keep going here, this is a great way to not only work the upper body, but you're also working that core. So keep going, lead with the chest. Abs are in, shoulders down away from your ears. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit back and stretch. Good job. Good work. All right, come on up to a squat position. You can be on your mat or off your mat, doesn't really matter. We're gonna just do a basic exercise. You knew squats had to be in here, right? So we're just gonna go down and up. Not really swinging those arms, but you can have those arms in front, just coming up to that neutral position. Chest is up. First thing that goes back in the squat are your hips. How we doing? Push into your heels. Chest is up. Again, the heart rate goes up a little bit here. It's good. Now hold down and pulse. Make sure you're pushing down, and here's the wrong way. We don't want to do this. You don't want those knees to go here. You want to push those hips back. Abs are tight. Keep your weight in your heels. Toes slightly lifted if you're just starting out. and you need that extra reminder. Breathe. Working those quads as well. Now hold it down. Just hold and halfway up. Down. These are like slow motion. Down, up. Keep going with these. Down, up. You're squeezing right here. These are killer. You're gonna feel these in the quads too. Blow it out. Abs are in. These are hard because they're so slow. Give me 2 more. Last one. Full range of motion, down and up, down. Ah, that felt good. Push those hips back. Give me 1 more set. No momentum here, control it. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna go back to those push-ups. You can have your hands in the same position. We're gonna try for about 30. It's our second set, our last set. Make sure those hips are down. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Second set. We're gonna do about 4 sets. Third set. 7, 6, 5. We're almost there. 4, 3. These get the heart rate up too. Last set. Remember that variation where you sat back? You can integrate that as well. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit back and stretch. You did a great job. That was actually 32. Reach through the arms. Feel that stretch in the chest. Come forward and lift your heart. Ah, shine your light. And bring it to neutral. Good job. Take that band. We're going to bring it up, put it around your ankles. Woo. Just put it up above the ankles. You're going to take the feet wide. We are going to do a squat with a side leg raise. So you're going to keep your hands here or on your hips, and you're going to squat down, up, other side. This works hamstrings, glutes, inner and outer thigh. So as you come up, you lift the leg against the band. Notice my feet are apart. Breathe. Don't rush, stay in control. You can slow it down if this is too fast, but you really want to push. Push. Have some hang time. Use your abs. Go down a little deeper if you want. This can be a little cardio too. Take advantage of it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Chest is up. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Take it off. Woo. Down to the mat. Have a seat. We're going to go right into dips. Working the back of the arm. So you're gonna have your hands under your shoulders, feet are flat. We're gonna bring the hips up. Abs are in, shoulders down. Keep the hips up and dip. Keep your hips up the whole time. My heart's still racing from those squats. Now, your hips are only lowering by default because the elbows are lowering. Make sure you're bending and straightening the elbows. Try to keep your hips up as best you can. Push into your feet. Breathe, shoulders down. Keep lifted, find a focal point. Make it about the arms. Abs are stable. Hips are high. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Have a seat. Do a few wrist circles. Your arms should not, or your wrist should not hurt. You're using your fingers too, and don't forget your feet and your core are holding you up too. We're gonna do those again. So take a little stretch here. Maybe sit up. Woo! All right, I'm gonna do them again. Ready? Position those hands, use your fingertips here, hips up. Here we go. Hold your hips up. Now, if you want, you could take one foot across. Make sure that foot's above the knee. It's just a variation. You can do a few on each side. If that's too much on your knee, then just have your feet parallel. Keep your hips up. Woo! Almost there. Switch feet if you want. Make sure you're bending and straightening those elbows. We have about 8. I think 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Have a seat with control. Fantastic. Let's stretch out those triceps a little bit and the chest. And then maybe, I don't know, maybe we're almost done. Open up the chest. So you're gonna have the fingertips behind you. Press the back of the hands down. This is excellent for the pecs as well as the chest. It's like a chest opener. You can take those arms down and back. Abs are in tight and release it. All right, we're gonna stretch those triceps. Press that elbow in and down. Make sure you're not here. You can also take this stretch behind and grab your hands behind you. Keep this elbow pointing up because you want to stretch out the tricep. Take it to the other side when you're ready. I'm just going to check us on time. I like to keep these workouts between 30 and 45 minutes. Excellent. And shake it out. We check our time. All right, we're at the 33-minute mark. That's awesome. We're gonna do a little inner thigh. This is also gonna be ab too. So you're gonna come up off the floor. You're gonna take your feet out wide and you're gonna come into a little plie. So we're gonna work those inner thighs and we're also gonna hit the abs. So you're gonna come into this little bouncy plie. Your abs are tight. You don't want to make it too forceful on the knees. So you want to make sure that you're open through the feet and you're pulsing down. If you need a break, come up, shake it out, and come back down again. Make sure you're not rounding to the toes or bringing those knees in. Keep your knee pretty much over your heel. You don't want to let it go out to the toes too much. You're feeling those inner thigh. Hands can be here. Now take it all the way down and up. Down, up. Varying the tempo not only helps with just boredom, but it hits the muscle from a different angle. You'll feel the burn in several different ways. So this is a little bit more quad. As you come up, full range of motion. Now we're gonna hold down a pulse for 3, 2, 1, and all the way out. Keep pressing into those heels. Your abs are holding you up. Elongate through the rib cage and the hip. 2 more. Last one. We're gonna hold it down, down, and halfway up. So think about down a little, up a little. These are hard. These are harder than going that full range of motion because you get that little break. This is more of a burn. Really make sure those knees are out, inner thigh, abs are long. If you want, take those arms up. Could be a little silly here. Keep pressing those palms into one another. Now hold it down and bounce. This is a little easier because you're getting a little momentum. So anytime we add that little bit of momentum, it helps a little bit. Keep pushing to those heels, 8 more. The grand finale is coming up and we're gonna work that core a little more. Hold it down, tap. Now you're holding that deep plie, and now you're working the obliques a little more. You can bring those hands down. I'm gonna bring my feet in a little bit so you can see. You can reach to your heel. Make sure you're not here. Really lift. Woo, reach. Heart rates are up. 8, 7, 6, nice long arms. 4, feel those legs. 2, hands on your hips, bounce. 8, 6, 4, 3, long and strong, all the way down and up. Hard to go down again. 4 more and we're done. Let's add some arms. 3, 2, hold it up. Good job, bring your hands to your hips, come halfway down. Really push those hips back, feel that nice stretch. Woo! We're gonna stretch everything out. May do a little bit more ab work. And now bring it all the way down with your fingertips in front. So don't look at your feet, look at your fingertips. This stretch is for the back. So from the side, you stay where you are, you're gonna be here. If it was more leg, you'd bring your hands in, but we're gonna keep it out here. Now walk or softly jump your feet together and roll it up. Woo, shake it out. Bring those heels up. All right, we're gonna come down to the mat. Roll on your back, hug your knees into your chest. Woo, rub those quads out. All right. We did a lot of abs on our back. We worked the abs with push-ups and dips too. We're gonna just do a star crossover ab exercise. So we're gonna take those legs all the way out. You're gonna lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Your feet are about as wide as the mat. You're gonna bring your arms up. Your head's gonna stay up. You're gonna bring your left leg up and reach your left hand or right hand to your left leg, left hand to your right leg. Notice how I'm only coming to the tips of the shoulder blades and I'm rolling through that spine. If it's too much to take the leg up, just roll up and roll down. This is fine. You're reaching to the outside. Keep your eyes forward. Reaching to the outside of your foot. Roll through your spine. Notice how I'm keeping my hands right over my shoulders, right over the chest. My feet are apart, I'm reaching over. These are star abs, I call them, because you kind of look like a star. You could take it all the way back for some momentum, but I like for you to get the control, and I don't want you to jerk the head, so I really want you to keep your eyes forward. But if you need to bring those arms over the head, go ahead just in the beginning, and then you're gonna come with me right here. Let's do 2 more. And last one. And roll it all the way down. Take a full body stretch. Reach your toes in one direction and your arms up. And really let that rib cage come up. Your hips are down and your chest is down, but you can arch a little bit here. Breathe. Let everything relax. Let your toes relax. Take a deep breath in and out here. Ah, you did it. Bring those feet in. Bring your knees up to your chest. Hug behind your knees. Give yourself a little hug and a little spine massage here as you roll back and forth. Roll your head back down. Come onto your side. We're just gonna take a little stretch for the quad. You can also do this standing, but since we're down, you're gonna take one foot behind you, and this stretches out the front of the leg. If you wanna take the leg back, you're gonna stretch that hip flexor a little more. Relax, breathe into it. And release it, come onto the other side. Just gonna switch real quick. Notice if one side is tighter than the other. This is also a good stretch for to stretch all the muscles by your knee. So if you do a lot of walking, you might want to do this one. Every once in a while, stretch out your quads, your hamstrings, your glutes. If you go for a walk, that is exercise, so make sure you stretch after especially. Do some static stretches. And release. Let's come into child's pose. Stretch out that back a little bit. You can separate the knees here. Bring it all the way down. This feels so good. And this stretch can either be more upper body when you really reach those arms out, like when we needed to stretch the chest, or you can walk the hands in a little bit more and make it more of a stretch for your hips and your back. Come up and shine your heart, shine your light forward to the world. Shoulders are down. It's a great stretch. At the end of the workout, I like to do this with my knees down, but if you were doing this and you wanted to maybe warm up a little bit more, you could have the knees up and the toes down like this. It's a little harder, but I'm really trying to bring you to a place where you're a little bit more elongated and stretched out. Come back to child's pose. Walk the hands over to your right and your hip stays back so that you really feel the stretch through the left oblique. And then walk those hands back to center and then walk the hands over to the other side, stretching out the right oblique. And with your breath, take your hands back to the center. Walk your hands in and come up to all fours to cat and cow. Just breathing, drawing the shoulders down away from your ears, round. Your feet are pointed, your toes are pointed here. The front of your feet are on the mat or the floor. Draw your belly up, lift the tailbone, and then tuck it under. And then come to neutral. Have a seat. Any comfortable seated position. And bring your hands to your heart. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath in and out. Inhale the arms up. Lift yourself up. Lift your spirit up. Bring it down. Hands go back to your heart. Open your eyes. Give yourself a little mental pat on the back. You guys did an awesome job today. I hope you have a wonderful day. This is a great workout to just do on its own or combine it to a day where you go for a run or a walk outside to get that cardio and that sculpt. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Really, you only needed a mat and a band if you have one. But remember, you don't need the band. You can always use your own body weight and get a great workout. So have a great day, guys. I hope everybody's staying safe and well, and give me some feedback on my channel. Bye.